The Nintendo Switch exclusive Octopath Traveler strikes a great balance of simplicity and complexity. Everything from its retro look to its turn-based combat may seem basic at first glance, but it doesn't take long for the game's depth to become apparent, making for a fun, captivating, and charming RPG that I can easily say is worth checking out. Octopath takes a different approach to storytelling than many other games in the genre. Instead of some cataclysmic world-ending event that our heroes are destined to stop, the game focuses on the individual stories of 8 different characters, each of which are split into 4 chapters, which you can tackle at your leisure. The party members fall into the standard archetypes you'd expect, like the thief, cleric, warrior, etc., but each of the tales are well told, if pretty by the numbers. It's unlikely any of the plot developments will surprise you, but all of the members of your group are defined enough and likable that you'll be invested in seeing how each story concludes. This focus on 8 unique tales does come with a price, however. Whenever one person's story is being advanced, their companions are simply forgotten about. They don't appear in cutscenes and remain uninvolved in any plot developments. When a boss mocks someone for foolishly confronting them alone, it's hard not to notice the blatant disparity, and it creates a jarring disconnect between the game's concept and narratives. There is occasional optional dialogue between the characters as you're running around, so there's at least some acknowledgement that they're there, but that just makes the decision to forget they exist during scenes all the more odd. This will bother some people more than others, and it's something I eventually just accepted, but it remains a consistent inconsistency. Like many a JRPG, as you explore the world of Octopath Traveler, you'll run into random encounters at a good and thankfully unobnoxious rate. The turn-based battle system here is very strong, being both straightforward and easy to understand while also having plenty of depth. Taking on monsters revolves around 2 mechanics, weaknesses and boost points. Each creature you encounter is vulnerable to different weapon types and magics, and once you discover what they are for a specific enemy, it's permanently shown beneath them for easy reference. Hit them enough times with something they're weak to, and you'll break their defenses, preventing them from attacking and increasing the amount of damage they take. A boost point is given after every turn, with up to 5 being stored per character. These points can be expended at any time to either do multiple attacks at once, or increase the effectiveness of abilities, such as drastically raising the power of magic spells or how long status effects last for. Both of these elements lend a level of strategy to every fight, especially the always challenging boss encounters. Do you spend your boost points now to break an enemy's guard, or do you save them up and take the hits, waiting for an opportunity to unleash more powerful attacks later? This means battles never devolve into just mashing the attack button to win, and keep you engaged even after dozens of hours of playtime. Each of the 8 characters use different weapon types and have unique abilities, unlocking more as they level up, allowing for a variety of party configurations. And while you'll inevitably settle on your favorites to main, Cleric and Scholar became my personal go-tos, each member is useful, typically offering something you'll grow to miss whenever you swap them out. There is one annoying quirk to how you build your party though, that being whichever of the 8 you decide to start the game with is locked into your party until you complete their story, something you're unlikely to do until the 40 to 50 hour mark. This feels like a needless restriction, especially since the game doesn't warn you about this before you make your choice. Again, everyone is useful in their own way, so it doesn't cripple the party or anything, but when you encounter monsters with weaknesses that no one in your current group can exploit, you'll wish you had the freedom to swap out that slot from time to time. Although this is made less of an issue whenever you discover the job system, which allows for dual classing. By visiting shrines in the overworld, you unlock jobs that can be given to and swapped between any party member, giving them additional weapon types and skills to use. This lets you fill whatever holes your current party might have, making them even more versatile and efficient. You can get by without ever engaging in this system. In fact, I was a good 45 hours into my playthrough before I ever bothered to track down a shrine. Yes, I'm an idiot, but given how incredibly beneficial it is to use, I don't recommend following my example. I ended up spending about 58 hours with Octopath Traveler, seeing all of the stories through to their conclusion, but I imagine if you wanted to mop up everything that was left over after the fact, you're probably looking at triple-digit hours. The visuals and music are all beautiful, and the combat strikes a great balance of being accessible while also offering the options and challenge you would expect from a game of this type. If you like RPGs at all and you own a Switch, then Octopath Traveler is absolutely worth checking out. And if you don't want to take my word for it, you can actually download a free demo right now on the system that lets you play for 3 hours and allows you to carry over whatever progress you make in that to the full game itself. There's really no reason to not at least try it for yourself, and I promise that you won't regret it. Octopath Traveler gets an 8 out of 10.